in this computer. So is the class getting recorded?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Fine, fine. So can you now tell me what is a capacitor? Today we are going to study about capacitor, its functionalities and capacitive network, okay, especially RC network. So can you make me understand what is a capacitor?
Sir,
Capacitor. Okay, go on.
a capacitor is a device through which we can conserve charge.
That's a good definition. Okay, capacitor is actually device, okay, using which we can store charge or we can preserve charge. Okay, fine. So okay, so capacitor is actually device, or more specifically capacitor is an electronic device which can store charge, fine, so that we can use that stored charge later on. Okay, and based on the value of capacitor can be of two types. One is fixed type capacitor and second one is variable capacitor. Like this, like the classification of resistor is can also be of two types. One is fixed type resistor, another one is what, variable resistor or varistor or rheostat. Fine. So capacitor can also be of two types. One is fixed type resistor, sorry, one is fixed type capacitor and another one is variable capacitor. Okay, and the symbol used for fixed type capacitor is this. Okay, or this. Oh sorry, মাঝখানের এই জায়গাটুকু হবে না। Fine, this is the symbol used for fixed type capacitor. Fixed type capacitor. Okay, fixed type capacitor. Okay, and this is the symbol used for variable capacitor. Variable capacitor. Okay, so the basic functionality of a capacitor is to store charge, right? Fine. And we know that we can charge the capacitor or we can discharge the capacitor. Fine, first of all we have to charge the capacitor, then we can also discharge that capacitor when we require it. Fine, so it means that capacitor has actually two phases. One is charging phase, another one is discharging phase. Or capacitor has two states. One is charging state, another one is discharging states. Okay, fine. So do you know how a capacitor is constructed? Do you know that? Tell me. Actually, okay.
প্যারালাল প্লেটের ক্ষেত্রে স্যার দুইটা হচ্ছে প্লেটস আর প্যারালালি রেখে এবং
That's great. Okay, that's will do.
পদার্থ স্যার
Fine. Actually, there are several construction approaches of capacitor. Fine.
Yes, sir.
The popular construction is parallel plate capacitor.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Parallel plate capacitor. In parallel plate capacitor, there are two conductive parallel plate. Okay, there are two conductive parallel plate. Fine, and between these two conductive parallel plate, suppose this plate is plate 1 and suppose this is plate 2. Okay, and between these two plates there is something called dielectric medium. Okay, a dielectric medium is used. Dielectric medium means something insulator is kept between these two parallel plates so that charge cannot go from one plate to another plate. Fine, if charge always keeps moving from one plate to another plate, So then it is obvious that charge will not be stored on this two parallel plate. Fine. This is a capacitor actually. This is a parallel plate capacitor, and I hope you have studied this in your intermediate level, at ICC level.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So if we do not keep any insulating material or insulating medium between these two parallel plates, what will happen? The charge stored from this plate will move to plate 2 or vice versa. Okay, so that means we will not be able to store the charge on these two plates, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine, we will not be able to store charge on capacitor. That's why a dielectric medium is kept between these two parallel plates. Fine. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now we are going to see how actually a capacitor is charged or how a capacitor is discharged. Okay, that means we will analyze two phases of a capacitor, the charging phase of a capacitor and the discharging phase of a capacitor. Okay. Okay, let me clear all of this. So now we are going to study about charging phase of capacitor. Charging phase of a capacitor, or you can call it state. Okay, or we can simply call it charging of a capacitor. Okay, now if we want to charge any capacitor, of course we will need a power supply, isn't it? Like when we want to charge our mobile phone, then of course we need some power supply, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
when
sir.
we charge our mobile phone, we need some power supply. So if we want to charge a capacitor, of course we will need a power supply. That means we have to take a battery, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
So let us take a parallel plate capacitor at first. Okay, and let us take a resistor. Why are we taking the resistor? I will tell you later on. Fine. So let us take. Okay, let me draw this picture in a different way. Suppose
এখন পড়াচ্ছি নাকি এখন পড়াইলে হয়তো আজকে দিয়ে দিত তো বললো কালকে আসবে না আঙ্কেল কালকে না পরশুদিন পরশুদিন দিয়ে দিব
okay, suppose we have this kind of circuit. Okay, suppose we have a capacitor whose capacitance is C. If fine,
ওনারা কি আর টাকা দেয়
আচ্ছা, I think someone has unmuted his microphone. Okay, so please mute it. So look, if we have a capacitor, okay, And suppose we have charged this capacitor, and suppose this capacitor contains Q amount of charge. Okay, this capacitor contains Q amount of charge. Then, of course, if there is charge on this capacitor, there will be some potential across this capacitor, right? Fine. If there is charge on this capacitor, of course, there will be some potential across this capacitor. Okay. And suppose C is the capacitance of this capacitor. So what would be the potential across this capacitor? It is V equals to Q upon C, isn't it? Or
Yes, sir.
Q equals to CV. We know this formula, right?
Mm.
Okay. I will not show you the derivation of these formulas today because it will take a lot of time. Okay. I will not do it. And I know that you have studied this at SSC level. So okay. Now suppose the capacitance of this capacitor is C. Fine. Okay. We have a power supply. We have taken a power supply for charging this capacitor whose voltage is E volt. Okay. And we have taken another resistor. But why have we taken this resistor? I will explain it later on. Okay. And here we have a switch. Okay. So if we observe, we will see that a resistor and a capacitor are connected in series in this circuit, isn't it? A resistor and a capacitor are connected in series in this circuit,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And
Yes,
this
sir.
circuit, and that's why this circuit has a special name known as RC series circuit. Okay, RC DC series circuit. Why it is called DC? Because we have used DC power supply. Fine, we have used DC power supply. Now, initially the switch is open. Fine, initially the switch is open. Okay, now suppose in order to charge this capacitor at time t equals to 0, we move this switch to position 1. Okay, we have actually two positions here. One is position number 1, another one is position number 2. Suppose we move this switch to position number 1. Okay, so of course this switch will get closed, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. At time t equals to 0, this switch will get closed. Okay, with the position number 1. Fine. And can you tell me what will be the charge at that time on the capacitor?
So zero.
Sorry, I forgot to mention one thing, that initially the capacitor has no charge. Fine, we have taken a capacitor which is uncharged. Okay, so at time t equals to 0, what would be the charge on this capacitor?
So 0.
These capacitors will have no charge, right?
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
So at time t equals
Yes,
to
sir.
0, the charge on the capacitor will be 0. Fine, the charge on the capacitor will be 0. Okay, t equals to 0. Fine. So now if the potential difference across this power supply is E volt, then what would be the potential at this point?
0 volts.
It is
0, sir.
0
0
volt. What would be the potential at this point?
E volts.
It is
E
E volt,
volt.
right? What would be the potential at this point? It is again E volt,
E
isn't
volt.
it? What is
Yes,
the
sir.
potential at this point?
0 volts.
It is 0 volt. What is the potential at this point? Can you tell me? Look, because the capacitor has 0 charge, okay, because the capacitor has no charge. So what would be the potential difference across this capacitor?
0 volts.
0.
We know that
Zero.
V equals to Q upon C. So if Q is 0, of course V will be 0, isn't it? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Conceptually, if there is no charge, then there is no potential difference. Fine. So this capacitor will have actually 0 volt across it, isn't it? So what would be the potential at this point? It is again 0 volt, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. And this is the scenario at time t equals to 0, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is the scenario at time t equals to 0. Fine. Okay. So now, what would be the current at time t equals to 0? Can you tell me?
Sir, E by R.
E by R. Why? Another thing to note that, okay, if we have zero potential across any electric element, then that electric element could be replaced by a short circuit, isn't it? Because we know that short circuit has practically zero resistance, right? So of course we could
Yes, sir.
replace this capacitor with a short circuit equivalent at time t equals to 0. So what would be the value of I at time t equals to 0? It is nothing but E upon R, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Because the potential at this terminal is E, the potential at this terminal is 0 volt. Okay, so what would be the potential difference across this resistor R? It is E upon 0, right, divided by R. This is the current through this resistor R. Fine. So this is nothing but E upon R. So this is the current at time t equals to 0. That means this is the initial current. We can write initial current E naught or E0 is equals to E upon R. Okay, fine. Up to this, do you have any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We should have no confusion, right? Okay. And I have also forgot to mention another thing, that when we use conductive plate, okay, parallel plate capacitor, okay, these plates are actually conductor. Fine. These plates are actually conductor. Conductor means metal, some metal. Okay. So a conductor has normally negative charge and positive charge in equal proportion. Fine. Suppose if we talk about an aluminium metal, okay, then aluminium has equal proportion of electron and proton, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. That's why initially a metal or an element is neutral, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Initially, normally a metal is neutral. Fine. It has no charge. When that metal will be charged? If there is a lack of electron on that metal, or there is an excess of electron in that metal, isn't it?
Ji, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, if we think about aluminium conductor or aluminium metal, then it has 13 electron as well as 13 protons. Okay, so all the 13 positive charge and negative charge will cancel out each other. That means the net charge of that aluminium conductor or aluminium metal will be equal to 0. Fine. But when this metal will get charged, if there is a lack of electron in that metal or there is an excess of electron in that metal, we know all of these things, right? Fine. So this is the scenario at time t equals to 0. Fine. So after a small amount of time has elapsed, what will happen? What will happen? Look, this conductor has both positive charge and negative charge in equal proportion, isn't it? This conductor has both positive charge and negative charge. This is plate 1, right? This is
Yes, sir.
plate 1. Okay, this is my plate 2, suppose. Fine. So plate 1 is a conductor, right? So plate 1 has positive charge and negative charge in equal proportion. Again, in the same way, plate 2 has also positive charge and negative charge in equal proportion, right?
Ji, sir.
Okay. So after a small amount of time, what will happen? The positive terminal of the battery will do what? Will attract electron from this plate 1, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That means plate 1 has both positive charge and negative charge, both positive charge and negative charge. Negative charge means electron. So the electron from plate 1 will get attracted towards the battery, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So that means negative charge will start flowing. Electron will start flowing, right? Okay. Electron will start flowing in this direction, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. And the negative terminal of this power supply will repel this electron towards the plate 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
The positive terminal of the battery will attract the electron, okay, and the negative terminal of the battery will repel those electrons towards the second plate, plate 2. Fine. So what will happen? There will be a lack of electron at this plate 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Because
আর ভূমি
electron,
সংযোগের ক্ষেত্রে কি হবে?
sorry,
এটা তো প্লেটের সাথে আর্থিং করা আছে যে এটা কোন ইফেক্ট ফেলবে না।
no, earthing will have no effect. Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there will be a lack of electron at plate 1, right?
Ji, sir.
And there will be an excess of electron at plate 2, isn't it? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Fine. There will be a lack of electron on plate 1, and there will be an excess of electron on plate 2, isn't it? So
Yes,
if
sir.
there is a lack of electron at plate 1, then this plate 1 will get positively charged, isn't it? Fine. Lack of electron means positive charge. Excess of electron means what? Negative charge.
Negative charge.
Fine. So plate 2 will be negatively charged, right?
Yes, sir.
Because there will be an excess of electron on plate 2. Fine. Okay. So that means positive charge means what? Higher potential, right? Positive charge means what?
Higher potential.
Higher potential
potential.
terminal. Negative charge means what? Lower potential
Lower
terminal,
potential.
right? So that means plate 1 will be at higher potential terminal and plate 2 will be at lower potential terminal. So there will be a potential difference between plate 1 and plate 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So that means some potential will be developed across this capacitor, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Because there is a potential difference between two plates, plate 1 and plate 2. So of course some potential will be developed across this capacitor, isn't it? Fine.
Yes.
An electron will be transferring from this plate 1 to plate 2, isn't it? Electron will be transferring from this plate 1 to plate 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Okay. But the question is, how long this transfer of electron or the transfer of negative charge will continue? Will it continue for eternity?
No, sir.
No. Sometimes it will end, right? Sometimes this transfer of electron or the transfer of negative charge from plate 1 to plate 2 will end, right? But when? That's the question.
যখন নিউট্রাল হয়ে যাবে
Hmm?
ওই ইলেকট্রন গুলো গিয়ে সবগুলো পজিটিভ চার্জের সাথেই করে ফেলবে তখন।
Look, actually potential is being developed across this capacitor, right? Okay. Initially this capacitor has no potential, right? Fine. At time t equals to 0, the capacitor has no potential. Fine. And at that time the potential across this battery was E volt, isn't it? And we know that charge always flows from one terminal to another terminal if there is a potential difference, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Suppose this is
Yes,
my
sir.
terminal A and this is my terminal B, and if we are saying that charge is flowing from terminal A to B, then it means that there is some potential difference between these two terminals, right? But if these two terminals are at equal potential, then will the charge move from one terminal to another terminal?
No, sir.
The answer
No,
is
sir.
no, right? The answer is no, because it is necessary for the charge to flow, okay, that will need some potential difference between two terminals. Okay. So it is obvious that the negative charge is getting transferred from plate 1 to plate 2, but the question is how long this process will continue. This transfer of negative charge or electron will continue as long as the potential across this capacitor is less than the potential across this battery or power supply, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose the potential across this capacitor is referred to as Vc. Okay, Vc is the voltage across this capacitor, is the potential or voltage across this power supply. So as long as Vc less than E, okay, less than E, the transfer of negative charge will continue from plate 1 to plate 2, isn't it? Right?
Yes.
Okay, let me
Yes,
write
sir.
it. The transfer of negative charge will continue from plate 1 to plate 2, right? Okay, but what will happen when Vc will be equal to E? What will happen? That means when the potential, okay, when the potential across this capacitor will be equal to the potential of this voltage,
Ji, sir.
what will happen? Will the charge move from this plate 1 to plate 2?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, of course no, right? Because this charge then cannot move from this place to this place, isn't it? Because this place and this both are at equal potential, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? I hope everything is clear to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I think you will agree with me that of course over time the potential across this capacitor will be increased, isn't it? Initially the voltage across this capacitor
Yes, sir.
was 0 volt, but over time the voltage across this capacitor will increase, isn't it? Why?
Yes, sir.
Because the equation of Vc is Q by C, isn't it? C is a fixed value. Capacitance of a capacitor is a fixed value, constant value. So if the Q increases, then of course Vc will increase, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So over time, okay, the Q on these two plates will increase, right? That means over time, initially there was no charge on these two plates, but over time, with the change of time, more charge will be stored on these two plates, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Ji, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means with the change of time or over time, charge will grow or charge will increase on these two plates or on this capacitor, right? Do you have any confusion?
No, sir.
No. Okay, but how long this will continue? Okay, how long the charge will get stored on these two plates? As long as the voltage across this capacitor is less than the voltage of this power supply, right? But when the voltage across this capacitor will equal to the voltage of this power supply, then no charge, then there will be no transfer of charge from this plate 1 to plate 2. That means there will be no increase in charge, right? There will be no increase in charge, isn't it?
Ji, sir.
Fine.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear totally?
Yes, sir.
Look, when Vc equals to E, then there will be no transfer of charge from plate 1 to plate 2. That means there will be no increase in charge on the capacitor, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Right? So at the, okay, and this state is known as steady state condition of a capacitor. Fine. This situation or this condition is known as steady state condition of a capacitor. Okay, steady state condition occurs when the voltage across a capacitor equals the voltage across the power supply. Fine. Okay, let me write all of these things. Select এখানে লেখা যাবে, I think, so দরকার নাই। Okay, Okay. When Vc equals to E, steady state condition of capacitor occurs, right? And under this steady state condition, okay, under this steady state condition, what will be the potential or voltage across the capacitor? Vc equals to
E.
what? It is E, right? Okay, it is E. That means under steady state condition, the potential across the capacitor will be equal to the potential of the power supply. Fine. Okay, what would be the current? Sorry, what would be the charge under steady state condition on this capacitor?
So fully charged হয়ে যাবে।
The capacitor will get fully charged, right? Or we can say that there will be maximum charge under steady state condition on the capacitor,
Yes,
right?
sir.
There will
Yes,
be
sir.
maximum amount of charge on the capacitor under steady state condition, isn't it? Fine. And what would be the value of that? Okay, we know that Vc equals to what? Q upon C, right?
C.
Q
Yes,
upon
sir.
C. Okay, but under steady state condition, the value of this Q will be maximum, right?
Yes, sir.
The value of this Q will be maximum. Okay, and let denote the maximum value of the charge by Q naught. Q subscripted 0. Okay, it is read as Q naught. Fine. So Vc equals to Q naught. So what would be Q naught? It would be CVc, right? Okay, and we know that under steady state condition, Vc equals to what?
E.
E. So this is C. Fine. And this Q naught is the maximum amount of charge on this capacitor, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what would be the current under steady state condition through this
Sir,
circuit or through this
zero,
capacitor?
almost zero.
Hmm?
Zero, almost zero.
Look, under steady state condition, the potential difference across the capacitor and the power supply is equal. So if there is if there is no potential difference between this power supply and capacitor, then there will be no transfer of charge, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. That means the charge transfer will be 0, isn't it? And we know
Yes,
that
sir.
I equals to Q upon T, isn't it? So if the
Yes,
value of
sir.
Q is 0, then I will also be 0,
Yes, sir.
right? So Q is 0 means I is 0 ampere. So under steady state condition, the current through this capacitor or through this circuit is 0 ampere. Fine. So if the current through this capacitor is 0 ampere, okay, then can't we replace this capacitor with an open circuit equivalent? We know that current through an open circuit equivalent is what? 0 ampere, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So if under steady state condition, the current through this capacitor is 0 ampere, then under steady state condition, can't we replace the capacitor with an open circuit equivalent?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Answer
sir.
is of course we can, right?
Yes, sir.
We can say that capacitor acts like an open circuit under steady state condition, right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Capacitor acts as an open circuit under steady state condition. Fine. But at time t equals to 0, capacitor acted like a what? Open circuit or short circuit?
Short circuit.
Short circuit. Why? Because at time t equals to 0, the potential across the capacitor was what? 0 volt. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. You have
Yes,
to
sir.
keep these points in mind always if you want to solve any mathematical problem regarding this concept. Okay. So let me write these points. Fine. So at time, at t equals to 0, capacitor acts as an as a short circuit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And under steady state condition, under steady state condition capacitor acts as an open circuit, isn't it? Okay, right? So now the question is, after what time this steady state condition will be acid? Okay, after how much time this steady state condition will be acid? Actually, we can't answer this. We can't answer to this question now. Fine. Okay. So we can assume that after a few amount of time, okay, after some amount of time, this steady state condition will have occur, right? After some amount of time, okay, the potential across this capacitor will be equal to the potential across this voltage, okay, and then steady state condition will be acid, okay, fine. And suppose this time is a long time, okay, so we can say that at time t equals to infinity, this steady state condition occurs. Why we are saying that at t equals to infinity? Because actually we do not know the time, right?
Yes, sir.
So do you have any question up to this? Is everybody in class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So সবাই সবকিছু বুঝছো?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
তোমরা যখন আসলে বলো যে সবাই সবকিছু বুঝছো, আমার না ওই টাইমে খুব ভয় লাগে। কেন জানো? ইদার তোমরা খুব ভালো স্টুডেন্ট, যে কারণে সবকিছু বুঝতে পারো, অথবা আমি মেবি খুব ভালো টিচার, সবকিছু বোঝাইতে পারি। ঠিক আছে
স্যার আসলে স্যার ইন্টারমিডিয়েট একটু ছিল তো, কনসেপ্ট থাকার কারণে স্যার আমরা একটু সহজে বুঝতে পারতেছি।
Okay, that's great. Fine. I also want you to understand everything. Fine. But do not tell a lie ever. Okay. So I hope everything is clear to you. Okay. So let me summarize all of these things.
Yes,
At time t equals to 0, there will be no charge on this capacitor. That means q equals to 0. Okay. Fine. Then
Yes.
what would be the potential across this capacitor at time t equals to 0? It is 0 volt. Vc will be equals to what? 0 volt
0
at times t equals to 0. Okay. And this is known as initial state. Okay. Initial state of the charging phase of a capacitor. Fine. This is the initial state of the charging phase of a capacitor. Fine. At time t equals to 0. Okay. At time t equals to, okay, fine. And at time t equals to 0, what would be the current through this circuit or through this capacitor? It would be E upon
E.
R. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If we want to find out the current through this R, then of course we know how to do it. V equals to IR, I equals to V upon R. Okay. And what would be the V across this resistor R? It is E minus 0 upon R. Okay. So this is the initial current through this RC circuit. Okay. Or through this capacitive circuit. Fine. Okay. And after, okay, at time t equals to 0, so that means, so that means at time t equals to 0, capacitor will act as a short circuit. Why? Because at time t equals to 0, the potential across this capacitor is 0 volt. So we could replace this capacitor with a short circuit equivalent. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So this is what happens at initial state. That means at time t equals to 0. But at time t equals to infinitive, what will happen? The potential difference across this capacitor will be equal to the potential across this voltage. Okay, voltage. Fine. So that means the steady state condition will be acid. Okay. And under steady state condition, okay, what will be the potential across this capacitor? It is nothing but E, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Nothing but E. And what will be the charge under steady state condition on this capacitor? The charge will be maximum, right? And the maximum charge is denoted by Q naught. So Q naught equals to CVC from this formula, and VC could be replaced by E. So that means Q naught equals to CE. Okay. So what is E here? E is the maximum voltage across this capacitor, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
E is the maximum voltage across this capacitor, or we can say that E is the voltage of the power supply. Okay, fine. And what would be the current
Yes, sir.
under steady state condition? It is nothing but 0 ampere. So it is obvious from this discussion that the current was initially I naught equals to E upon R, and at the end the current is 0 ampere. That means over time the current has decreased during the
Yes, sir.
charging phase of the capacitor, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
When we are charging the capacitor, that means during the charging phase of a capacitor, the current has decreased from its initial value to 0 over time, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. So that means we can say that the current will decrease during the charging phase of a capacitor. So of course, I naught will be the maximum current of this circuit, isn't it? The initial current will be the maximum current of this circuit, because over time the current will actually decrease, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we can say that the I naught is the maximum current of this RC circuit, isn't it? Okay, is it clear?
Ji, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So we have studied about two states of the charging phase of a capacitor. One is initial state, another one is steady state condition. Fine. But what would happen in between the initial state and steady state? That means what would happen in between when, okay, let me erase it at first. At time t equals to 0, we are calling it at initial state. Okay, at time t equals to infinity, that means after a long time, we are calling it a steady state condition. Fine. But what would happen when t is greater than 0 and less than infinity? That means what would happen in between the initial state condition and steady state condition? We have to analyze that. Fine. We have already analyzed what happens at time t equals to 0, and what happens, that means at initial state, and what happens at time t equals to infinity, that means when the steady state condition is achieved. Okay, now we have to analyze what would happen in between the initial state and the steady state condition. Fine. Okay,
Yes, sir.
now we will analyze it. So now let me erase this part. Fine. So I think you have noted these things down, right? Because you have to help me. Okay. Can you understand this part, or does it look so messy? I think it can be understood, right? Plate 1, plate 2, Q equals
Yes,
to
sir.
0,
We
E,
can
R. Okay, you can understand, right? Fine. Now we are talking about what would happen. Okay, what would happen in between the initial state and steady state condition? That means what would happen when the time is greater than 0 but less than infinity? Okay, fine. So there is another state. It means there is another state. Okay, there is another state in between the initial state and the steady state. Okay, and that state is known as transient state. Fine. What? It is known as transient state. Okay, transient. Transient state. Okay, fine.
Ji, sir.
And when this, and what is the time span of this transient state? When t will be greater than 0 and it will be less than infinity. Okay, that means after the initial state and before the steady state, there will be another state known as transient state. Okay, and we will now examine the transient state of this capacitor. Fine. Look, we have said that the charge is the negative charge is getting transferred from plate 1 to plate 2. Okay, and what would be the rate of this negative charge transfer? What is the transfer rate of this negative charge? Suppose at time t, okay, q amount of negative charge, fine, q amount of negative charge is getting transferred. Okay, fine, q amount of negative charge is getting transferred from plate 1 to plate 2. So what would be the transfer rate? It is nothing but q upon t, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So if the value of q is suppose 20 coulomb, okay, and t is suppose 10 second, then it will be what? 2 coulomb per second, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2 amperes.
Fine, 2 coulomb per second. Okay, so it means that charges are actually getting transferred, but the question is, will the charge be transferred always at the same rate?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Will the negative charge always be transferred at the same rate?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
The answer is no. Can you tell me why? Can you tell me why?
Sir, voltage difference আস্তে আস্তে
চার্জ
বাড়ছে।
যত প্রবাহিত হবে দুটো পটেনশিয়াল ডিফারেন্স তত কমতে থাকবে স্যার।
স্যার ই এবং ভিসি এর মধ্যে ডিফারেন্সটা স্যার কমতে থাকবে ধীরে ধীরে, যার কারণে হচ্ছে
Then less amount of charge will flow, right?
জি স্যার।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then less amount of charge will flow. Okay, fine. Initially, the potential difference between this power supply and this capacitor will be high, right? So of course there will be more charge, more negative charge will flow through this from plate 1 to plate 2, isn't it? But over time, the potential difference between this power supply and the capacitor will decrease, right? So that
Yes,
means
sir.
less amount of charge will flow at that time, isn't it? So that means the charge transfer rate will not always be equal, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ইয়েস স্যার।
Right, the charge transfer rate will always not be equal, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so but the of course the charge will increase over time on this capacitor,
জি
right?
স্যার।
The charge will of course grow or increase on this capacitor over time, but this increase, the rate of this increase in charge will always not be equal, isn't it?
ইয়েস স্যার।
Yes, sir.
Maybe at the beginning the rate of charge transfer will be very high. That means the rate of increasing of charge will be very high on the
Yes.
capacitor, right? But
Yes,
after a
sir.
few time, okay, after a few seconds of time, fine, this rate will be lower. Fine,
Yes, sir.
this rate will get lower. Okay, so now suppose at time t equals to, sorry, at time t, suppose there is q amount of charge, there is q amount of charge on the capacitor. Fine, and let me erase these things. Q not equals to 0, this is 0 volt, this is E. Okay, okay, before that, can you tell me what will be the direction of the current through this circuit?
Sir, clockwise.
Sir, clockwise.
Clockwise.
Look, the electron is flowing from plate 1 to plate 2, right? And we know
Yes, sir.
the conventional direction of current is opposite to the direction of electron, right?
Yes, sir.
So the direction of current will be, of course, from plate 2 to plate 1, isn't it? So the current will flow in this clockwise direction, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now suppose at time t, there is q amount of charge on this capacitor. That means there will be positive q amount of charge on this plate 1, okay, and there will be negative q amount of charge on this plate 2, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. There will be positive q amount of charge on this plate 1 and there will be negative q amount of charge on this plate 2 at time t. Okay. Then at time t, what would be the potential? What would be the potential across this capacitor? Can you tell me? The equation for it is q by c, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Charge upon capacitance, right? Charge upon capacitance. So at time t, the charge on this capacitor is q,
Yes, sir.
okay, and the
Yes.
capacitance of this capacitor is c, okay. So at time t, what would be the potential across this capacitor? It is nothing but v is equals to q by c, isn't it?
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
But will this vc, that means will this potential across this capacitor will always be equal
No, sir.
between initial
sir.
state and steady state? Will this potential across this capacitor will always be equal?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
it will change
No.
over time. Why? Because the transfer rate of charge will change over time between the initial state and steady state, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Between the initial state, that means after t equals to 0, okay, and steady state, the rate of transfer of charge will not always be equal. Sometimes it will be higher, sometimes it will be lower. Okay, fine. That means charge transfer rate is changing between initial state and steady state, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So if q changes, then will vc will be equal always?
No,
No,
sir.
No. The potential across this capacitor will also change over time between the initial state and steady state, right? Okay. So that means vc changes over time. So we can write vc as a function of t, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
If the value of a function x, here f is a function of x, why? Because the value of this function changes with the change in x, isn't it? Fine.
Yes, sir.
So if vc, that means the potential across this capacitor changes over time or with time, then we can say that this is nothing but a function of time. Vc is a function of time, right?
Yes, sir.
We can say that, isn't it? We can say it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now at this time t, okay, suppose t is a particular time, okay, t is any time between the initial state and steady state, okay, t represents any time between the initial state and steady state, okay. Suppose at this time t, the potential across this capacitor is q by c. We have seen that already. Fine. Okay, then this is 0 volt, right? This is 0 volt, right? Isn't it? Because it is connected to ground, right?
Yes, sir.
And the potential at this point is e volt again, and the potential at this point will also be e volt, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So what would be the potential at this point now? At time t, what is t here? T is some time between initial state and steady state. Okay, fine. Okay,
Yes,
at
sir.
time t, the potential difference or the potential across this capacitor is what? Q by C. Okay, and the potential at
Yes,
this
sir.
point is what? 0 volt. Fine. Then what will be the potential at this point?
Sir, Q by C. Or
We
VC.
have already seen these things, how to calculate the potential at this point when we discussed about nodal analysis method, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine.
So the voltage
If we
drop.
start our journey from this point and if we go through a potential, okay, then we will add this 0 plus this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And of course we will get a rise in potential if we start our journey from this point and if we want to finally reach this point, because we will go from the negative terminal to the positive terminal across the capacitor, right?
Yes, sir.
And we will encounter this potential. So this would be what? 0 volt plus Q by C, isn't it?
Yes,
So the
sir.
potential at this point would be what? Q upon C, right? It would
Yes.
be what? Q
Yes,
upon
sir.
C. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So please keep a note of this equation, because now I will erase this part. Okay. Do you have any confusion?
No, sir.
No confusion. That's great. Then at time t, what would be the current? Look, at time t, will the current, or let me make it more clear, between initial state and steady state, will the current always be same?
No, sir.
No, the answer is no.
No,
Why?
sir.
The equation of I is Q upon T, isn't it? The equation of I is Q upon T. So
Yes,
because
sir.
Q changes between initial state and steady state, of course I will change. And we have
Yes, sir.
already seen that I will decrease over time during the charging phase of the capacitor, isn't it?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So what would be the current at time t through this circuit?
Sir, E minus Q by C by R হবে কি?
হবে কি কেন জিজ্ঞাসা করো, এটা
Sir, E minus
confidently
Q by
বলবা,
C by R.
ঠিক আছে? Confidently answer দিবা. If we can find out the current through this resistor at time t, then of course we can find out the current through this circuit at time t, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what would be the current through this R? It would be E minus Q upon RC, Q upon C, sorry, by R, isn't it? The potential across this resistor will be what? The difference between these two terminal, isn't it? The potential across this R will be what? The potential between the difference between the potential of these two terminal, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. And we have write I as a function of t. Why? Because I will change over time between the initial state and steady state, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes,
clear? Okay. So I is written as Q upon T. Fine. And IT means some changing current, right? IT means what?
Yes,
Changing
sir.
current, isn't
Changing
it?
current.
So of course, IT can be written as changing charge by changing time, isn't it? Right? DQ means change of charges. Okay. Fine. DT means what? Change of time. Okay. So IT can be written as dq by dt, isn't it?
Ji, sir.
Fine. Okay. And dq by dt will be what? Positive value or negative value? Can you tell me that? Suppose at
Sir,
time
negative.
at time 2 seconds. Okay, at time 2 seconds, the charge was 10 coulomb. Fine.
Sir, negative.
At time 4 seconds, the charge will be higher than this or lower than this?
Sir, lower
this
than
circuit. Huh?
lower. Sir.
No, the charge on the capacitor plate will get increased, right, over time, isn't it?
Ji, sir.
Yes.
জি স্যার চার্জ বাড়বে
The charge on this capacitor plate will increase over time. We have seen that,
Yes, sir.
isn't it?
Ji, sir.
More and more charge will get stored on this capacitor until the steady state condition is achieved. Of course, it is another thing that the transfer rate of charge will not always be same. The transfer rate of charge will be lower, but it is true that the charge on this capacitor plate will get increased, isn't it? Fine. So now if at time 2 seconds, okay, the charge on this capacitor plate is 10 coulomb, then of course at time 4 seconds the charge on this capacitor plate will be higher, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Fine. So suppose this is 15 coulomb. Okay. Then what would be the difference between these two charges? It is represented by dq, and this would be a positive value, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what would be the difference between these two time? This is represented by dt, and of course this would be also a positive value, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
dq
sir.
by dt will be a positive value, right?
Okay, sir.
So now it can be written as E upon q by c by r. Okay. So dq by dt, we can write it is ce minus q, right, by r. dq by dt equals to, we can write ce minus q by rc, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand this?
Yes,
or I
sir.
have to or I have to explain it also?
No,
No,
sir,
sir.
দরকার নেই।
I hope no. Okay. So now if we rearrange this equation, okay, then we can write it in this way. It is dq upon ce minus q equals to dt by rc, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, correct. We can write this equation from this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can take this term as a denominator on the left side, okay, and we can take this term as a numerator on the right side. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what can we do?
So
Sir,
integration.
integration করব।
Integrate.
That's correct. Now we will integrate actually. Okay. Now we will integrate both side. Okay. Now we'll integrate both side. Fine. So we'll integrate this side. It is q, right? And this is dt upon rc. Okay. We'll integrate this both side. Fine. And we'll integrate this left side with respect to what? Time or charge?
So charge.
স্যার চার্জের সাপেক্ষে
With
করব।
respect to charge, right? Okay. Because everything is a constant value. Ce is a constant value here. Only charge is getting changed. That means charge is variable. Fine. And we integrate something with respect to variable. Fine. So we'll integrate this term with respect to charge. And if we look at this term, then here r and c are constant value. Only t is variable here, isn't it? So we'll integrate this term with respect to what?
Time.
Time. Fine. We'll integrate with respect to time. Fine. And when we integrate, okay, we take some limit, right? Fine.
Yes, sir.
We take some limit. Okay. So let us take the limit. When t equals to 0. Okay. When t equals to 0, what would be the value of charge?
0.
It would be 0. Fine.
0.
When our time is t means time, okay, and q means charge. When time is 0, charge is 0. When our time is t, what was our charge?
C is C of
No,
T.
it is q. It is q. I have already written it. I have already told it that at time t equals to t, the charge is q on this capacitor plate. Right?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. So
Yes,
at
sir.
time t equals to 0, there will be no charge. So that means q will be 0. And suppose at time t equals to t, that means when the time will be t, then the charge will be q. And we have assumed that. Right? Okay. So accordingly, we'll take the limit. So here it would be what? 0 to q, and this would be what? 0 to t, isn't it? Now let us erase this part. Okay. Do you have any confusion?
No, sir.
No. Fine. Now can you now integrate this term? can you integrate this dx
Yes, sir.
by a minus bx? Can you integrate this?
Yes, sir. Ln a minus bx.
This is log e based a minus bx,
minus-
okay? And because this is not a pure x, we have to do this a minus bx. Fine. Okay, so we will actually do this. Your internet connection is unstable. So this would be what? Log e based, ln means e based log, okay? So c up minus q upon d by dq c minus q, isn't it? And the limit would be 0 to q, and rc is a constant term, so it will be out of the integration, okay? And if we integrate dt, it will be what? T, 0 to t, isn't it? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Now log e based c upon q, okay? And if you integrate this term, sorry, if you differentiate this term c, what will you get? If you differentiate c, then what will you get?
So -1.
Hey,
-1.
c and e both are constant value.
Yes, sir.
So if you integrate this
Yes,
term, it
sir.
will be 0. Fine. And if you integrate minus q with respect to q, sorry, if you differentiate minus q, okay, with respect to q, then what will you get?
So
-1. -1, okay? You will get -1 actually. 0 to q. Fine. And it would be what? rc, if you put this value t and 0, okay? Fine. So okay, now let me erase all of this, okay? Okay, so this will be something like this: log e based c minus q, right?
Yes, sir.
0 to q, and it will be what? T by rc, isn't it? So if we take this minus part here, then it will be, and if we put the value of the limit, then it will be ce minus q upon log e based, it will be what? C minus 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
And this
sir.
will be what? Minus t upon rc, isn't it? Okay, so it would be log e upon c minus q minus log e ce, it would be equals to what? T upon rc. Fine. And we know that log a minus log b equals to what?
Log A by B.
Log A by B.
A by b, right? So we can write this term as c upon q by ce, isn't it? Minus t by rc, okay? Fine. But
Yes.
if log e based x সমান y, then we can write x equals to e to the power y, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can write ce minus q by ce equals to e inverse t upon rc. Fine, we can write it, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we can further simplify it. C by c minus q by c equals to what? E minus t upon rc, isn't it? Okay, then we can write e minus q by ce equals to what? E minus t upon rc, right? And this could be written as, okay, q by ce equals to 1 minus t by rc, right?
Yes.
Okay, do you have any confusion? Just take
No,
this
sir.
part to the left side and take this part to the right side. This will be equal to this. Okay, 1 minus E upon T by RC equals to Q by C. Fine. Okay, so we can write Q equals to CE 1 minus E upon RC, isn't it? Okay, and what is Q here? Q is the amount of charge on the capacitor at time t, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, Q is the charge on the capacitor at time t between the initial state and steady state condition of that capacitor, isn't it? T is some time between the initial state, that means when the time is greater than 0, and when the time is less than infinity, right? Okay, and of course this charge will be a changing charge, isn't it? Over time this charge will change, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can write it as a function of t. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now what is CE?
So
We
Q
have
naught maximum
that
charge.
Q naught
The
equals to
maximum
C,
charge.
isn't it? We have already seen that Q naught equals to C. And what is Q naught? Q naught is the maximum amount of charge that can be stored on the capacitor. Okay, and when the capacitor will store maximum amount of charge under steady state condition, right?
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
So we can write this equation QT equals to, sorry, QT. What is happening? This is QT equals to Q naught upon 1 minus T by RC. Fine. Okay. ঠিক আছে? Now, do you have any question? What is Q naught here?
So
Q naught is the maximum
Maximum
amount of charge
charge.
on the capacitor. Okay, and when the capacitor gets maximum charged under steady state condition.
yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we are analyzing actually transient state or transient behavior of the charging phase of a capacitor. That means in between the initial state and steady state, what happens? Okay, so if we want to calculate the amount of charge getting stored on the capacitor in between initial state and steady state, then of course we must use this formula, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Even using this formula, we can calculate the charge at any time. Fine. Let me run some test when t equals to 0. Okay, actually using this formula, this is a generalized formula. Okay, this is a generalized formula for the amount of charge on the capacitor. Using this formula, we can find out the charge on the capacitor at any point of time. Okay, so if we run some test, then we can do something like this. Okay, we can actually check whether our formula is valid or not. Okay, and if we want to check if our formula is valid or not, there are some methods. Okay, one is inductive method. We can prove some formula using several approaches. One is what? Proof by induction, mathematical induction. One is proof by mathematical contradiction. Okay, and another one is proof by construction. If you want to prove any formula to be correct or to be wrong, you can follow one of the three methods. Okay, and those three methods are: one is proof by contradiction, another one is proof by induction, another one is proof by construction. Fine. And I think you already know about the method of what? How to apply inductive method in order to prove a formula, right? তোমরা গাণিতিক আরোহ পদ্ধতির অঙ্ক করে এসছো না? তোমরা গাণিতিক আরোহ পদ্ধতির ম্যাথমেটিক্স কি সলভ করো নাই?
Yes, sir.
ওকে, আরোহ, ইট ইজ এর ইংলিশ টার্মটা হচ্ছে ইন্ডাকশন, ম্যাথমেটিক্যাল ইন্ডাকশন, গাণিতিক আরোহ। ওকে, ফাইন। So if we want to check if this formula is correct or not, okay, we can do it inductively. At time t equals to 0, what would be the charge q of 0? This would be equals to what? Q naught minus 1 upon 0 by RC, isn't it? Fine. So it would be Q naught 1 minus E inverse 0. Okay. Q naught 1 minus e to the power 0. Q naught 1 upon 1. So that means Q naught 0 will be what? 0, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So at time t equals to 0, we get the amount of charge on the capacitor to be 0. So that means this formula works for the initial state. Now let us analyze if this formula works for the steady state condition. Okay, and under steady state condition, we know that t equals to what? Infinitive, right? So at that time, what would be qt? It is q upon 1 minus e inverse infinity by rc. Fine, isn't it? So if we divide some infinity value by a finite value, then you will get what? Infinity. Okay, then q naught, it would be what? 1 minus e to the power infinitive. Okay, and 1 minus e to the power infinitive, e to the power infinitive will be what? Infinitive, right? Then this will be 1 upon infinitive equals to what?
0.
0. So this is nothing but q naught, right? Fine.
Yes.
So under steady state condition, the amount of charge on the capacitor will be maximum, which is nothing but q naught, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it is
Yes,
proved,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
It means we have proved inductively that our formula, our derived formula is correct, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
তোমাদের মনে আছে তোমরা যখন এই যে গাণিতিক আরোহ পদ্ধতির অঙ্ক করতে তখন কি লিখতা? k equals to 1 হলে something something. Okay, fine. n equals to 1 হলে something left hand side right hand side, then n equals to k হলে left hand side right hand side, then n equals to k plus 1 হলে left hand side right hand side, right? Okay, so actually inductively we can prove the formula is correct. Fine. Now let us again draw the circuit that we had initially. We are talking about which state? We are talking about which
Transient.
state? Transient, right? We are talking about transient state. Okay, so the capacitance of this capacitor is C, suppose. Fine. And at time t, the potential across this capacitor is q by c. That means this plate is positively charged and this plate is negatively charged. Okay, fine. This is 0 volt, this is 0 volt. So this would be what? Q by c, isn't it? And this would be what? E. The potential at this point is E. Fine. Okay, now if we want to find out what would be the potential, okay, what would be the potential? It was what would be the potential across this capacitor at time t? It was what? Vt equals to what? Q by
C.
isn't it? But we can write it,
Yes,
it
sir.
is Q of t, isn't it? Because
Q
Q
of
is
T by
changing.
C.
Q is changing, right? Q is changing charge. Fine. So we can replace this qt with what? Q naught E upon T by RC, isn't it? Can we do it? Can we do it?
Yes, sir.
Then
Yes,
it is
sir.
upon C, right? Q naught equals to what? C 1 minus E inverse T by RC, isn't it? Upon C. So C and C cancels each other, and if this is E minus T by RC, isn't it? So VT, okay, VT, or we can say this is VC of T, voltage across capacitor. The voltage across capacitor at any point of time t is equal to this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
is equals to this. Fine,
Yes, sir.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, তোমরা কি ক্লাসে আসো সবাই
Yes, sir.
Yes.
আসছি।
Yes, sir. Afi.
Yes,
জি
sir.
স্যার
নাকি অনেকেই পালায়ে গেছো? Okay, so Q of T was what? Q naught 1 minus E inverse T by RC, right? Okay, this is the formula for charge at any point of time t across the capacitor. Fine, but initially we actually assumed that our charge was our capacitor was uncharged, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we assumed what? Our capacitor was uncharged. Fine. Okay, that means we assumed that there was no charge initially on the capacitor. Fine. Okay, let us examine this equation from a different perspective. Okay, look, this is what? This is the maximum charge on the capacitor, or we can say this is the final charge on the capacitor, isn't it? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Initially the charge was what? 0. Okay, initial charge, if we represent this by qi, then it was what? 0.
0.
If we represent the final charge by qf, it is what? Q naught, isn't it? Okay, so during the charging phase, charge has actually increased from 0 to Q naught. Can't we say this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Initially the charge was 0, okay, which can be represented by qi. Fine, initial charge, and the final charge is what? Q naught. So it means over time, or during the charging phase of the capacitor, okay, capacitor has gained this amount of charge, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, final charge minus initial charge, isn't it? Fine, over time
Yes, sir.
capacitor has gained this amount of charge. Fine, so we can actually rewrite this equation. We can write Q naught minus 0 1 minus E upon RC. Fine, and Q naught could be represented by QF, means final charge. Okay, and this is what? QI. Fine, 1 minus T inverse T by RC. Can't we write this formula in this way? Okay, and under steady state condition, okay, the value of QF will be what? Q naught, isn't it? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Under steady state condition, the value of QF will be what? Q naught. Okay, under steady state condition, steady state condition, QF will be what? Q naught. QF is not always equals to Q naught, isn't it? QF will be equal to Q naught under steady state condition, right? And suppose steady state condition is acid at time t equals to 10 seconds. Fine, okay, at time t equals to 10 seconds, steady state condition acid is acid. Now we are talking about at time t equals to 5 seconds. Then can we write QF equals to Q naught?
No, sir.
Have you understood my question?
No, sir.
At time, suppose steady state condition is acid at time t equals to 10 seconds. You might get confused. Sir, you told that at times t equals to infinity, steady state condition will be acid. I told you that when the steady state condition will get acid, we don't know. Okay, because we don't know, we can write t equals to infinity. Fine. Now suppose we know at time t equals to 10 seconds, steady state condition is acid. Fine. And we are talking about now at time t equals to 5 seconds. Then can we write QF equals to Q naught?
No, sir.
Answer
No.
is no. Fine. When QF will be equals to Q naught? When the steady state condition of the capacitor will get acid.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. So here the initial charge is Qi, and suppose Qi is not 0. That means we have taken a partially charged capacitor. Isn't it possible that the capacitor was previously charged? The capacitor had
Yes.
some charge before, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose we have taken a capacitor whose initial charge was 10 coulomb. Okay, and after the charging phase, okay, or after or suppose at time t, okay, at time t, QF equals to suppose 22 coulomb. Okay, now can you tell me how much charge capacitor has gained?
12.
Repeat.
So
Okay.
12.
Initially, suppose we have taken a partially charged capacitor and the initial charge of that capacitor is 10 coulomb. Okay, now at time t, at a particular time t, the final charge of the capacitor is 22 coulomb. Fine. Then can you tell me over this time period, okay, how much charge our capacitor has gained?
12 coulombs.
12 coulomb.
This is nothing but simply the difference between these two, isn't it? QF minus QI. Initially
Yes,
it
sir.
was QI. Finally, it has become at time t, it has become QF. That means 22 coulomb. So it will be what? 22 coulomb minus 10 coulomb equals to 12 coulomb. Fine. Isn't
Yes, sir.
it? So that means at time t, capacitor gained what? 12 coulomb charge. That means QF minus QI, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Right? Are you getting it? Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Now let me ask you a question. At time t, what will be the total charge on this capacitor?
$22 coulombs.
It is initial charge plus the gained charge.
Gain, sir.
It is
Yes, sir.
initial charge plus what? Gained charge.
Gain charge.
Right? That means initial charge what? 10 coulomb. Fine. And
Yes,
the
sir.
gained charge is what?
12.
12
12
coulombs.
coulomb, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So we can write this in general term as Qi plus QF minus Qi, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So at time t, what will be the total charge on the capacitor? It is actually this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. So actually,
স্যার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল স্যার
okay, at first let me finish, then you can ask your question. Fine. Now if you, okay, now at time t, okay, if we consider that the capacitor was not uncharged, that means the capacitor had some charge. Okay, fine. So at time t, considering the initial charge of the capacitor, the initial charge, this is Qi, okay, of the capacitor. Qt can be written as initially there was what? Initially there was Qi amount of charge plus how much charge the capacitor has gained? Qf minus Qi multiplied by T upon RC, isn't it? Fine. Initially, the capacitor has had Qi amount of charge, and over time, over the charging phase, okay, up to time T, the capacitor has gained this amount of charge, isn't it? Right? Do you have any confusion? If no
No, sir.
one responds, then how can I understand? এই তোমরা কি আসো নাকি ক্লাসে?
জি স্যার।
সবাই আসো নাকি কেউ কেউ পালায় গেছো?
নো স্যার।
না স্যার আসি। আসি স্যার।
Do you have any confusion?
না স্যার।
স্যার কিউটি বলতে স্যার টিতম সেকেন্ডে স্যার কারেন্ট চার্জ নাকি স্যার হচ্ছে একটা স্যার টি হচ্ছে সময়ের ব্যবধানে চার্জ?
তুমি যদি বলো যে টি সময়ের ব্যবধানে চার্জ, তারপরও সেটা টি তম সেকেন্ড হবে। আবার তুমি যদি বলো যে at tth second, then it is same because our time will start from 0 second. Fine.
Yes sir.
Okay, 0 second, our time will start from 0 second. We'll count our time from 0 second, and at time t, if you consider as the difference between time, then it will be again t minus 0 will be what? T, right?
Yes sir.
And if you talked about tth second, okay, tth second, then it will again be same, isn't it? তুমি যদি বলো টি তম সেকেন্ডের ভ্যালু কত, সেটা বলতেও যা বোঝাবে টি সময়ের ব্যবধানে ভ্যালু একই বোঝাবে এই ক্ষেত্রে, কারণ আমার টাইমটা স্টার্ট হয়েছে কোথা থেকে? 0 থেকে, তাই না?
জি স্যার।
টাইমটা যদি 0 থেকে স্টার্ট না করতাম তাহলে এটা চেঞ্জ হতো, কিন্তু যেহেতু আমরা আমাদের কাউন্টিংটা শুরু করেছি 0 টাইম থেকে, then of course it will be same.
Yes sir.
Right?
Yes
Okay.
sir.
Then that means over this time or up to this time t, our capacitor has gained this amount of charge, isn't it? Qf minus Qi 1 multiplied by 1 minus inverse T by RC.
মানে স্যার
Right.
মোট চার্জ এখন ক্যাপাসিটরে এতটুকু আছে, এই ইকুয়েশন দিয়ে বোঝা যাবে।
Correct. If we consider the capacitor had initially some charge, and that is Qi, then at time t, what will be the total charge on this capacitor? This would be initial charge plus the gained charge, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Yes
Right.
sir.
What would be the total charge on the capacitor at time t? It would be what? Initial charge plus gained charge. And what is Qt here? Qt is
টোটাল
the
চার্জ।
gained charge at time
Gain
t.
charge.
Fine. Qt is the gained charge at time t. Fine.
Yes sir.
Okay. But if the initial charge is 0, then Qt will be what? The total charge on the capacitor, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Fine. If the initial charge is 0, that means if the value of Qi is 0, then this part will be equal to this, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This will be equal to this
স্যার গেইন চার্জটাই হবে স্যার টোটাল চার্জের সমান।
total charge. Okay. If the initial charge is 0, okay, if the capacitor has 0 charge initially, then this gained charge will be the total charge on the capacitor. Fine. But if the capacitor had some charge initially, then what would be the total amount of charge at time t on the capacitor? It would be what? This gained charge plus the initial charge, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Have you understood this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So actually this equation is more generalized equation. Fine. This equation is more generalized equation, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Look, this equation is not a generalized equation. Generalized equation মানে বুঝো তোমরা?
সকল মানে
জি স্যার, সব জায়গায় ইউজ করা যায় এটা।
সব জায়গায় ইউজ করা যাবে, মানে সকল মানের জন্য সেটা সত্য হবে, ঠিক আছে? আর আমি যদি বলি স্পেসিফিক ইকুয়েশন, তার মানে একটা পার্টিকুলার সিচুয়েশনের জন্য উই ক্যান অ্যাপ্লাই দ্যাট ইকুয়েশন। ফাইন। বাট ক্রিটিক্যাল কেসে আমরা ওই ইকুয়েশনটা অ্যাপ্লাই করতে পারবো না, রাইট?
ওকে স্যার।
ওকে।
Okay, sir.
So আমাদেরকে অ্যাকচুয়ালি ফর্মুলা জেনারেলাইজ করা শিখতে হবে।
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have to learn this.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So actually this is the more generalized form of this qt. Look, if we consider that qi to be 0, then this term would be 0, then this would be what? 0 minus qf, isn't it? Right?
Yes, sir.
This would be what? T upon rc. That means this will equal to this. Fine. I hope everything is clear to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If any of you has any doubt, you can raise your question. Okay, I will try my best to clear out your doubt. Okay, now do you have any question? No question means I will move ahead. Okay, let us examine the formula that we have derived for the voltage across the capacitor at time t, and it was what? E minus 1 upon t by rc, isn't it?
Ji sir.
Right? It was 1 minus t upon rc. Okay, that means we now, what is E here? E is the, we can say E is the voltage of the power supply, or we can say under steady state condition E is the maximum voltage across this capacitor, isn't it? Because we know that under steady state condition the voltage of this capacitor will be equal the voltage of the power supply, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. And if we assume that the capacitor was uncharged, then there will be zero charge on this capacitor initially. That means there will be zero
Yes, sir.
potential difference on this capacitor initially, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So that means initial voltage of the capacitor will be what? 0 volt. Fine. And what would be the final voltage under steady state condition across this capacitor? It would be equals to what? E, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So we can rewrite this equation. Okay, we can rearrange this equation in this way: E minus 0, 1 minus t upon rc, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Right? So we can also write, we can replace E by Vf, we can replace 0 by Vi, 1 minus E upon t by rc, right now?
Yes,
Right?
sir. Right, sir.
Isn't it? So this represents what? Vf minus Vi, it represents what? Initially the capacitor has 0 charge, and finally it has, sorry, initially the capacitor has 0 potential or 0 voltage, and finally it has E voltage. So how much voltage the capacitor has gained during the charging phase? It is Vf minus Vi, or E minus 0, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Right? If we consider that our capacitor has had no charge initially, fine. But if we consider that capacitor had charge Qi, and at that time the potential of that capacitor was Vi, if there are some charge on the capacitor initially, of course there will be some voltage, there will be some initial voltage in the capacitor, isn't it?
Yes sir.
And that voltage is represented by Vi. Okay, then at time t, what will be the total voltage across the capacitor?
Vi jog Vf minus Vi.
So it is Vi plus Vf minus Vi. Okay, 1 upon E inverse t by Rc, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Look, this is the gain voltage, isn't it? And this is the total voltage. Fine. Okay. But
Yes, sir.
if we consider Vi to be 0, then we can say that this is the total voltage at time t across the capacitor, isn't it?
Yes sir.
We can say that, right? Fine. Clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Actually the class is getting longer, right? nothing to do. This is a huge topic. So now we have already calculated the the potential across the capacitor at time t and the charge across the capacitor at time t. Okay, considering the initial condition. Okay, if initial condition is 0, then we know what is the formula for charge and voltage across the capacitor. Fine. And if the capacitor had some initial charge, then we also know what is the formula for charge on the capacitor and voltage across the capacitor at time t. Fine. Now let us calculate the current through this circuit, RC circuit, or through this capacitor, or we can say through this resistor. All are same, isn't it? Because this is nothing but a series circuit. So if we say the current through this circuit, it is same as the current through this resistor, isn't it? Okay. Now suppose the current at time t is denoted by IT. We have already written it, and the formula was what? E minus Q upon C divided by R, isn't it?
Ji sir.
I have already written this formula previously, right? And then I replaced IT by dQ by dt. Can you remember? Okay. So actually, what is Q here? Q is the amount of charge on this capacitor at time t, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Right? Q is the amount of charge at time t. What is Q by C here? Q by C is the voltage across the capacitor at time t, right?
Yes sir.
Okay. Do not get confused. Fine. So we can write Qt as a function of t, isn't it?
Ji sir.
Okay, because this is a changing charge. Fine. So now we can replace Qt by Q naught C by 1 minus T upon RC. Okay, upon C by R. So it is equals to Q naught equals to what? Can you tell me? Q naught equals to what? Q naught is what? Q naught is the maximum amount of charge on the capacitor under steady state condition, and Q naught equals to what? CE, isn't it?
Yes,
1
sir.
minus T by RC, right? So C and C will cancel each other. Fine. So it can be written as E minus E 1 minus T by RC upon R, right? So we can write it E. Now we can multiply this term with E. Okay, E plus it would be what? E inverse T by RC by R, isn't it? So E by R multiplied by T by RC. This is the value of IT at time t, right? So this is the equation for calculating the current through this circuit at time t, isn't it? Right?
Yes,
Do you
sir.
have any confusion? Do you have any confusion?
No, sir.
Now what is E upon R?
So maximum
Sir, I
current
not.
I0.
E upon R is actually the maximum current through this circuit. It can be denoted by I naught. T upon RC. Fine. Okay. Okay. Now, does it seem hard? কঠিন মনে হচ্ছে তোমাদের কাছে নাকি?
No, sir.
Look, at time t, we now know how to calculate the potential across this capacitor. We have the equation. At time t, we know how to calculate the amount of charge stored on this capacitor at time t. We have the equation. Okay. At time t, we now have the equation for calculating the current through this circuit. Only thing we are left with calculating the potential across this resistor R at time t. Fine. And if we represent the potential across this resistor R at time t by VR of t, okay, then we can write it IT upon multiplied by R, isn't it? VR of t, that means the potential across this resistor R at time t equals to what? The current through this resistor at time t, which is actually I of t multiplied by the resistor value, isn't it? Okay, then what is the value of I of t? This is nothing but E of R inverse t by RC multiplied by R, isn't it? R and R will cancel each other, so this is E upon t by RC VR of t, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. Can you tell me what would be the value of VR initially at time t equals to 0?
Sir, E.
It would be what?
E.
Sir, E.
E.
Volt. Yes.
It would be E volt, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it would be E volt. Okay, so these are the equations for calculating the transient voltage across the capacitor, transient voltage across the resistor, right? Transient current across the resistor, sorry, through the circuit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are the equations obtained from the transient behavior of the charging phase of the capacitor, right? That means between initial state and steady state, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Only during the transient period of the charging phase of the capacitor, the value of this quantity will change, right? The value of I will change, the value of VC, that means the voltage across the capacitor will change over time. The voltage across the resistor will change over time. The amount of charge stored on the capacitor will change over time during the transient period, isn't it? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we can define transient period as the period during which, okay, the charge on the capacitor changes, or the current through this RC circuit changes, or the voltage across this capacitor changes, or the voltage across this resistor changes, isn't it? What is transient period? Transient period is the amount of time during which the charge on this capacitor plate, on this capacitor simply changes over time, or the voltage across this capacitor changes, or the voltage across this resistor changes, or the current through this circuit, RC circuit, changes, isn't it? Can you define it in this way?
Yes, sir.
Of course we can, and this is an exact definition, I think, right? Okay, so let me write the definition because this is very important. Should I write the definition?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Transient period is defined as the amount of time during which the charge on the capacitor changes. if we simply write this, then it is enough. Okay, because if the charge changes over time, then of course the voltage across the capacitor will change, the current through the circuit will change, right? The voltage across the resistor will change, right? Okay, so I think only this statement is sufficient to define transient period. Fine, but if you want to elaborate this definition, of course you can add another terms. The voltage across the capacitor changes, the voltage across the resistor changes, or the current through the capacitive circuit or RC circuit changes. Okay, this circuit is also known as capacitive circuit because there is a capacitor here. Okay, so is it clear? Is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So before we move on to next topic, okay, let me summarize what we have studied today. Okay, we have studied about the charging phase of the capacitor, first of all. Okay, and the charging phase of the capacitor can be divided into 3 states. Okay, initial state, transient state, and steady state. Initial state starts at time t equals to 0. Steady state is acid at time t equals to infinity. Okay, and transient state happens or occurs between the initial state and steady state. That means when the time will be greater than 0 and will be less than infinity, isn't it?
Ji sir.
Okay, at initial state, in initial state, the charge on the capacitor will be 0 if we assume the capacitor to be uncharged, right? Okay, if we have taken an uncharged capacitor, then the charge at time t equals to 0, the charge on the capacitor will be what? 0. The voltage on the capacitor will be what? 0. Okay, and the current through the circuit will be what? I equals to E upon R, and this will be the maximum current through this circuit, right?
Yes sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And because at time t equals to 0, the voltage across the capacitor is 0 volt, then the capacitor can be replaced by a short circuit, or you can say that at initial state, or sorry, in initial state, the capacitor acts like a short circuit. Fine. Now under steady state, the charge on the capacitor will be maximum, and it is denoted by Q naught equals to C, right? The potential of the capacitor will be equals to the potential of the voltage, or the potential of the power supply, or the voltage of the power supply, isn't it? Right?
Ji sir.
Under steady state condition. Fine. And under steady state condition, because the potential of capacitor and the whole power supply is same, so there will be no transfer of charge. Fine. That means the current will be 0 under steady state condition through the capacitor or through the circuit. That means the capacitor will act as an open circuit under steady state condition, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And because the capacitor acts as an open circuit under steady state condition, then of course the capacitor will offer some resistance to the circuit, isn't it? And we know that an open circuit has an infinite amount of resistance, isn't it? The resistance
Yes,
of
sir.
an open circuit is as large as infinity, right? So under steady state condition, capacitor will offer to the circuit as an infinite amount of resistance, isn't it? So it is
Yes, sir.
clear from this discussion that capacitor has the ability to offer resistance, isn't it?
Ji
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right? Capacitor is acting like an open circuit. Of it means what? Capacitor of course has the ability to resist the flow of current, isn't it? That means capacitor
sir.
of
Yes,
course
sir.
has the ability to offer some resistance to the circuit, isn't it?
Yes sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And this will be true for the branch in which the capacitor is connected. Okay, the capacitor will, here there is only one branch, right? But we can have multiple branches in our circuit. Fine. Then this will be true that capacitor acts as an open circuit. This statement will be true. Okay, in that branch where the capacitor is connected. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So is everything clear? Or do you have any
Yes, sir.
question? You don't have any question, right?
No, sir.
It was a long class. Should I আরো কি ক্লাস নিব আজকে?
স্যার আজকে
নো। আচ্ছা আজকে আর ক্লাস না নিই, ঠিক আছে? তোমাদের কালকের একটা ক্লাস নিব, ওকে?
ওকে স্যার।
ঠিক আছে, এই টাইমে আর কি, কালকে 8টা থেকে শুরু করব, আজকে একটু লেট হয়ে গেছে ক্লাস শুরু করতে, ঠিক আছে? সো কালকেও আমরা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ক্যাপাসিটিভ নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে স্টাডি করব টুমরো, ওকে? এবং তোমরা এই জিনিসগুলো খুব ভালোভাবে স্টাডি করে আসবা,
ওকে স্যার।
ঠিক আছে? কালকে 8টার আগ পর্যন্ত তোমরা এই পুরো কনসেপ্টটা ক্লিয়ার করে আসবা,
ওকে
ওকে?
Okay, sir.
তোমার যদি এই পুরো কনসেপ্টটা ক্লিয়ার না থাকে তাহলে কালকের ক্লাসগুলো বুঝতে তোমার খুবই কষ্ট হবে। এজন্য ক্লাসের শুরুতে আমি প্রথম 15 মিনিট তোমাদেরকে শুধু কোশ্চেনই আস্ক করব, ওকে? এবং যে কোশ্চেনের অ্যান্সার করতে পারবে না তার জন্য একটা টিউটোরিয়ালের মার্কস আমি 0 দিয়ে রাখবো। অফকোর্স আমরা জানি যে আমাদের ইউনিভার্সিটি ওপেন হলে আমরা 3টা টিউটোরিয়াল নিব, রাইট? বাট তার জন্য একটা টিউটোরিয়ালের মার্কস আমি 0 করে রাখবো, ওকে? ফাইন।
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
তোমরা আজকের এই টপিকসের উপর একটা ডিটেইল স্টাডি করবা এবং প্রত্যেকটা জিনিস বোঝার ট্রাই করবা, বিকজ ইফ ইউ ডোন্ট আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড দিস থিংস ক্লিয়ারলি দেন টুমরো ইউ উইল আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড নাথিং, okay? And
জি
I
স্যার।
hope tomorrow
Yes.
I will cover everything of capacitive network, okay? I will cover some of the portion of the charging phase of the capacitor, then the discharging phase is actually very small. If we have understood the charging phase clearly, then we will understand the discharging phase within a very short time. Then I will solve 3 or 4 mathematical problem regarding these topics and we will end, okay? Okay, তাহলে